to show you how to build this tower. And this tower takes about 465 planks, and we're going to be learning the technique of building a cantilever with counterbalance. So this is how a lot of bridges are constructed. So I'm going to show you how to do that with KEVA planks. And this is very similar to the Tower Bridge in London, if you've seen that one. So this is our KEVA replica of that bridge. You'll need your planks and an open space. Go ahead and grab those and let's get started.
I'm starting by building the bases. So it's just a simple flat stacking tower, and I'm going to stack that up 10 tall. But first I'm going to use 3 planks to create the right spacing between both of the towers, and you might end up having to shift these towers a little bit as you're building, so it's strong enough that you'll be able to do that. So now I'm going to stack those up 10. And then I like to use 2 planks to straighten any towers that I build. All right, I took off the top plank because I'm going to show you how to build the cantilever from the table first. And so I use those perpendicular planks as supports as I'm adding to my cantilever, because as you build it out, you see how the planks might fall a little bit. The goal is to add weight to the top of that, and that will ultimately hold the planks up. So I've created that unit, and then I'm going to take my hands and kind of squeeze the unit together and place that on top. I'll show you the more challenging way next, if you're just using your hands and holding down the planks as you add more to the top. And you can definitely do this, but it's a little more challenging. You might see it ends up falling. So I like to build the first part of the cantilever on the table first. From here, I'll just take the top off of the other side of the tower and do the same cantilever. And here I just added 2 more planks to add another extra support on the outside. And then you can easily pick that up and place it. And then I'll do that one more time for the other side. Now that you've created that first part, I'm adding some planks on top of the 2 there to add some more counterbalance weight, to make it more sturdy as I build out. And this is when you might need to shift the planks just a little bit to slide them in. And as you're building, it might fall, and that's okay. You're just gonna have to rebuild that as you go. And that's where the patience is involved with building this structure. All right, once I have that rebuilt, I'm adding some planks to the outer edge, and just as I go, I'm holding planks delicately and then using my hands as pressure points to hold the cantilever together. And this is easy because you can slide planks into spaces. So just watch as I'm building. You might have a different approach to it, but that's it's up to you. So I'm just going to keep adding planks to my cantilever. All right, this is where we want to start connecting the 2 sides, if you will. So I'm sliding 2 planks in there, and then I will be adding some more weight to the other side as I go. And now this is where I'm going to slide in that plank and just add some more as I go. You can kind of tap your finger on top of the plank to make sure that it's secure. Building a cantilever is a lot like a puzzle piece. So to make a flat platform, I'm taking the planks and the ones that I had as weight there, I'm just going to turn those and start making the track, and adding planks across to create a level surface to build the track all the way across. Okay, I'm going to start building the tower directly above the base of the bridge, and I'm doing 2 planks on edge, and then from there 4 more layers up. And once I get to the 5th layer, that's when I'm going to start the next cantilever. So to start this cantilever, I'm placing a plank on the inside, and it's almost halfway. And then the plank that's placed in the middle is used as the counterbalance, or to hold that plank from falling. And then I'm gonna add the next layer on top to add some extra weight. And then from here, I'm gonna be using my hand and the plank to balance the plank that I'm placing on the outside. So I'm holding my hand there as I add another plank for the counterbalance, and do that for the same, or on the other side. And you might just have to slide the plank over and then place the middle plank back on top. And then add the rest of the planks to that layer. And you're gonna do the same thing, building out a little bit more with this. So adding the extra weight there. Then using my hand and a plank, I'm going to hold that there carefully to add the other counterbalance weight. And then placing the middle plank. And this is the top of the tower now, so I just put the one flat there, and it should be holding itself. But now I'm going to add the top the top layer of that tower, and I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side. You might have to again shift your towers a little bit or move some planks, and from here I didn't catch the rest of this part, but I just finished out the leveling of that tower, or of the bridge, and then building up the tower. So now I'm moving on to the roof, and I like to lay 5 planks flat on the table and then squeeze them and place them on the top there like that, and then using another plank to hold it down, and then sliding that over. You could also just stack them, and then I used 10 planks there as the middle part, and then 1 plank on edge. And I tried to hold the 5 planks this way, but it's not successful. So I learned that it's much easier to do it individually. So I started by placing the planks on angle, and they start to slide a little bit, so I'm going to add the outside of the roof part there with 2 planks on edge, and then securing those planks with 2 that are flat, and then just continue that roof angles. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And there we have it.
Thanks for joining along with me. I know this one is a little more challenging than other structures, so hopefully with some patience and persistence, you can build it. If you enjoyed building this, you can check out other building tutorials. And if there's something specific you'd like to see built, you can leave that in the comments, and hopefully we can build something like that in the future. Thanks again for joining me. We can't wait to see what you create.